purchase price, I think, of that house was $295,000. Okay. I'm just going to make the utilities the same because it's the same house. Okay, so that was $108,000. So I'm going to go to the graphing calculator now and look at how much I'm going to actually spend. So I just went on to the Cambridge website. Oh, mortgages are 2.49%. Sorry, that's what I'm going to use. Mortgage interest is usually semi-annually, so twice per year. So if I go into my apps, I go into my TVM solver, I'm going to live at the house for 15 years, and there's 12 monthly payments I'm going to make. I'm going to put this at 2.49% for my mortgage. My initial payment is going to be my $295,000, and say I had 10% down. So 295, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to subtract my down payment, which is going to be 295, 1, 2, 3, multiplied by my 10%, and bracket that. So I'm going to borrow $265,500. I don't know what the payment is. That's what I'm going to calculate. The future value of any borrowing is always 0. PY will be 12, and CY is going to be 2. So if I go back and calculate my payment, I get a payment of $1,767.47. That's my monthly mortgage payment. That's quite a bit, right? So let's write that down. Okay, so if I write down my monthly mortgage payment, my 1,767.47, and I'm going to multiply that by 12, and I'm going to multiply that by 15, and I'm going to get the cost to live there over that 15 years. So you notice that just to live there, I'm going to spend $300,000 plus, which is way more than I spent on renting already. But there's some value in the house, right? So the house, I said, just use an appreciation of 1% per year, meaning that every year the property is going to increase in value, which is, quite a bit of money, but it makes sense, right? So my house is going to increase in value, just like cost of living goes up, etc., right? So for appreciation, I'm going to give you an idea how to do that. So that's 1% per year, okay? So if I take my house price, which is my $295,000, and I'm going to multiply it in the calculator by the 1.01, which is 1 times the number plus the 1%, and I'm going to raise that to the power of 15. I'm going to get a value of $342,485.84. So over the 15 years that I lived at that house, it went from a value of $295,000 to $342,000. So it actually increased in value. So what's the difference between those two numbers? So the difference in those two numbers is $47,485 and 84 cents. Okay. So I'm already ahead $47,000 compared to walking away from the rent scenario. But cost of house, there's other considerations you have to think about. Before I go ahead, I guess I should show you how to punch this into the graphing calculator. So go to the graphing calculator, I just go to my home screen, so second function mode. Let's clear everything out of here. So I take the asking price of the house, and I'm going to multiply it by the 1%, so the 1.01. I'm going to end bracket it, then I'm going to use a little hat, and I'm going to raise it to the exponent of 15 years, and hit enter. Okay, and then it's going to calculate my new total. So you can do that for your house. Just put the asking price for the house and multiply it by the 1.01 raised to the hat or the exponent of 15, and you'll get your appreciation value.